So yes, I've been gone for a while, but I'm back. Hopefully my mic is not moving. Hello, I'm Judi, the organizer and creator at Rescue My Space. Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys different Target organizing products that yours truly is obsessed with. I have found myself going to Target now. Usually I go to the Container Store. Now I go to Target more often, which is insanity. So I have a few products that I've been using in clients' homes, and I just have to show you guys what they look like so that you can go out and get you some organizing products if you are trying to organize your home and use organizing products, of course. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Oh, before we continue, make sure you like this video. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe below or right here. So the first product on my list that I'm so obsessed with, like I literally have used this in clients' homes a few times now, and each time I do, I'm just like, I cannot believe this is only $12. And this is, and that product is, I gotta go down here. It's right here. Oh, I have a few of them down here. So it's this beautiful steel basket. Oh my goodness. One of the best details on this basket is the fact that they have acacia wood on the handle. So it kind of just gives it some character and takes it from just being a steel basket. But she is so gorgeous, super sturdy. I love the fact that it's square. So usually bins, are rectangular, which is of course my favorite. But I love the fact that it's square because it's usually the same width or depth as most shelves, or it gives you just a little bit of like space once it sits on a shelf, and I really like that look. So this is perfection. I absolutely love it. When I first came across it, what is it? Yeah, 10 by 10 by 6. So when I first came across it, so it's not quite a cube. When I first came across it, I was like, is this what I think it is? And I took it out and I was like, yes, it is. So I use this in a client's pantry, 2 clients' pantries, and I literally, actually 3 clients' pantries. And I'm, again, so obsessed with it because, I don't know, it just gives what you need. It gives you the look, and it's super, super functional. I like to use these in pantries because it is open, so you can have your onions in here, your potatoes, or snacks, which is how I usually use it in my client space. And it just, it gives you what you need all in a square. So yeah, love it, love it, love it. Again, $12.99 compared to the Container Store's own, the Tosca bin, that goes for $24.99. Yes, $24.99, or the Neat Method option, which is much larger, a bit more luxurious. That one goes for, I think it's $34.99. I think it's $34.99. Of course, all the prices are on the screen, but $12.99, perfect bin. Since we're on bins, the next bin on my list that I absolutely adore now is this girl right here. So this is the plastic bin that Target sells. Target has this in multiple shapes and sizes, and I actually have another one that I'm going to be mentioning. This one, the design is a bit different than the usual Y shape. I'm not sure what shape this is, but it gives it character and texture without really too much of it because it's plastic. It's beautiful. I love the rectangular shape, and I feel like this works everywhere in the home, from pantries to kitchens to bathrooms to garages to closets. Because of the design, I would use this in a closet, but because of the shape and the material, I would use this everywhere else where you can use a bin, especially in those spaces where you may get spills. It's just a perfect bin. It's beautiful, and it's only $6. $6 for one. $6. So the next item on my list is in the same family, but a little bit different, and it is the Cube plastic bin. Is it a Y shape? It is. She has done numbers in my clients' spaces. Before, if you would have asked me if I liked any of these bins, I probably would have said no. But When I gave it a try, gave it a chance, I am a new woman. These are great, especially in a playroom, especially in those cubby or cube style or type cube holding shelves, the ones with the multiple, squares. There's a name for it. I just can't think of it. Let me put this down. When it comes to organizing a playroom, especially if you're using the shelves that have square inserts or cubbies, I would always suggest to go the structured route. If you don't want to spend a pretty penny, then I would always suggest to go the plastic route. These are super structured. They literally give you everything you need. It's super spacious. It is a bin that I encourage or suggest to anyone. I recently organized 2 playrooms using this bin. I did change up the colors so that there's some character in the space. And I'm so happy I even went with these bins because, again, they're inexpensive. They're usually in stock. So if you're trying to buy 12 or more, you will find it. And it literally just holds the toys, the craft stuff perfectly without bending. That's always my issue when it comes to cloth bins is that they do bend. And when it comes to children like to play in the bins. These, you can't quite do that because it's not the most comfortable. And again, they're inexpensive. So if at any reason it did break, you can always go buy a new one because I think this was about $6 to $8. Ugh, I hate that I can't remember the prices, but it was pretty inexpensive compared to other spaces that hold something similar. Of course, y'all know those places that I have in my head. I don't need to say it. So in the same cube family, another bin that I love the most from Target, probably one of the cube bins that I always go to is this one. Again, I have not taken it out of the package. You know what? I'm going to open it up here. It's time. I've been wanting to open it up on camera. I'm going to put her down because she's really big. This is an amazing quality cube bin that I love to suggest, especially if you are looking for a cloth bin for a good price. They go for $10 and there's so many designs that come in this brand or this line. It's perfect for those soft items that kind of just need to be stored away in something that's pretty and deep. And I think this works perfectly for that. All right. Is that all the bins? I think so. So my battery decided to die, but we are back. And the next item on my list that I probably have mentioned a lot of times from different stores, and that is none other than the drawer divider. Why was that so dramatic? So this is the drawer divider that Target has that I think is pretty brilliant. I mean, anything that allows you to adjust with suction. This doesn't have suction, but it requires some force to adjust. You know that it's going to stay in place. I think this is perfect for the drawer, especially in your bathroom, in your bedroom, your dresser drawers. This is perfection. I actually like to use these in Tony's t-shirt drawer because he does have a fuse. So literally this will stay in place. It's important that you have a drawer divider in there that of course can stand the test of time, can stand the constant moving and tugging. And this is perfect for it. It comes with 2 in one package. And I think it's about $14.99. It's pretty inexpensive compared to others that I've seen that the base price is sometimes $20. So this is a perfect drawer divider that I now recommend all the time because, again, inexpensive and still super functional. Who doesn't like that? Why am I screaming? The last organizing product on my list that I deem as probably the best organizing product at Target is, because there's a few of them, which is why it's last, we're going to start with a cereal canister, which is down here. Here we go. Or a cereal dispenser. We'll just call it that. It's a canister. This brand, this line of canisters is brilliant. The crazy thing about it, I'm going to have to sit her down right here. Hopefully, you know what? I'm going to sit her down here so the camera doesn't forget or lose me. For so long now, I've known about these. I've ignored them because, I was just so stuck on either the OXO brand or the IKEA version. They call it the IKEA 365 canisters. And I've been so in love with them that I have literally neglected these canisters, but not anymore. My counterpart, Sarah, has reminded me how beautiful they are. And I'm so happy that I finally paid attention to them because we recently used them in a client's home. Floored. This is the picture right here of half of the client's pantry and beautiful. So let me explain why these are so great. So, and I have other sizes, and I'm just gonna, this is the cereal. Look how big this is, first of all. Large. And the best part about this is, look, literally a space for your hands. Like, what are we doing with life? Why haven't I used these? Why didn't y'all tell me about this? I'm mad. Not really. Outside of that, the sizes are perfection and required a lot of detail. Let me explain. So the tallest size, from my understanding, is a cereal canister, and I'm gonna call this, what are they calling it? Not calling anything. The pasta spaghetti canister. Same height. Brilliant, right? Let me put this down. So if you were to take another size, which I'm gonna call this the medium tall size or the medium square size, and put it next to the square, like so, clearly it's not the same size or height. But when you take the smallest size, put it on top, it's the same height. To you, this may mean nothing. To me, this means everything. Because when it sits on a shelf, let me put these away so it's not taking away from what I'm about to say. When it sits on a shelf, visually, it all looks the same. And that gives the impression that the space is organized. So a lot of that stuff makes a difference, which is why a lot of times I don't really like the OXO brand. Let me explain. I love the OXO brand. If you want to sponsor me, do that. What I've noticed when it comes to people buying the OXO brand is they don't consider the number of canisters they need and the sizing. So a lot of times when I come in and want to organize it, and of course I'm trying to create an aesthetically pleasing style in the pantry, it's very difficult to have the eye be leveled, or what am I trying to say? There's a term I'm trying to say, but when you walk into the pantry and you see these multiple levels of canisters, it's a lot to look at. Your eyes are literally bouncing because there's so many levels, there's so many sizes, so many heights. But when you use something like this, like the Target brand, allows you to stack, and if you stack correctly, of course, everything will be the same height, even though there's multiple canisters in that line of sight. It makes a difference. It's amazing. I love it. And another great thing about them is the plastic part is very thick. It's almost like acrylic, if I'm not mistaken. And there's, of course, suction. Everything's going to be fresh in here. And this white part, perfection. And it's square. I love a square canister. Square canisters give it that beautiful, sharp lines that make a pantry look super seamless. And to me, this is perfection. This small little thing can fit like a pretty good sized bag, like of nuts, candy. Super, super functional. I love these canisters. You don't understand, guys. You don't understand how much I love them. When I bought them for this client and saw what it did to her pantry, I was like, oh, that's what I've been missing. And the fact that they stack perfectly and beautifully makes a difference. I know I'm gagaing over these canisters and probably talking a lot about them, but I don't care because they're that great. And if I come across a great organizing product, I'm gonna talk about it and let you guys know about it. So super great. I also have one more size. I also have this size, which is perfect. So with this size, you can add 2 of these on it and it's literally gonna fit perfectly. I think there's another size. I don't know if there is, but if there's another size, it'll still also fit perfectly. And the great thing about this is, again, if you were to put it next to each other, it literally is the same height, which again, for me, makes a whole lot of difference. I'm happy that I finally showed you guys these because I am in love. But that's about it, guys. That is it. These are the products at Target that I am so obsessed with. These organizing products literally do what you need done. It creates that functional space and it also gives you that aesthetically pleasing look that I'm always trying to create in people's spaces because I understand what creating a beautiful organized space does. So If you are out there looking for organizing products, definitely go to Target. All the links of the products that I mentioned in this video are down below. So if you guys want me to do a part 2, I'd love to do it. There were so many other products, but I was like, you know what, since I've used these, I'm gonna talk about them in this video. And if you want me to talk about a product, let me know below. So as always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you so very much for watching this video. And as always, I'll see you soon. Bye.